All right, welcome to Modo 2. My name remains Tube Paintings, a professional painter based in Lagos State. So, in this module, I'm going to be teaching us introduction to painting tools, the major paints. And trust me, in this video or in this module, I am not going to be talking about the fancy tools that you need to buy and all of that. Just the basic tools and which are essential in this painting journey that you can afford. And I'm also going to give you the prices of the ones I have here in Nigeria. You see, painting is not just about painting and brush and roller. That is not just painting. Tools determine the smoothness. It also determines the speed. It determines the neatness. Talking about speed, if you are using the right painting tools, trust me, the place you're supposed to paint under 2 hours, if you're using the right tools, trust me, you can paint it under 1 hour because you are using the right tools that will not stress you. Another thing is that it gives you neatness. I mean, if you are using the right painting tools, your work will be very neat, and clients will obviously like it, right? And with that, they can refer you, and it will even give you less stress. Another thing is that it will give you a professional result. You use the right painting tools, you use the right roller for the right paint, you use the right tools, the finishing will be superb. And another thing is that if you master these painting tools, you understand, you master these painting tools, you're already 50% a professional painter, that you know the right tools to use for the right material. You're already 50% professional. Also, I'll be teaching us the difference between brush, or the let me say the difference between brush and roller, and the usefulness of brush and roller. You understand what we use brushes for and what we use roller for. Now we have different types of roller. Let me start with brush. We have different type of brush. We have the small brush, we have the medium brush, we have the big brush, we also have the angle brush. Now this is a small brush, and this type of brush are used to paint, um, to paint places that rollers cannot reach. Just little places that bigger rollers cannot reach. Then we have a medium one which is bigger than this. Also, we have a bigger one that we use in painting a very big space. You understand? Or cutting a very big space. It doesn't mean you can use it for your painting, like painting a flat wall. That is work of roller. Now this is a bigger brush, and this is used in painting bigger areas where this type of brush cannot paint. Also, we have angled brush. Angled brush are used in painting corners of the rooms, places that this one will not give you a perfect cutting. You use angled brush for that. I don't have that here. But like I said, it is used for cutting angles, edges, window side, door side, and detailed areas where it's not obvious, where roller cannot reach. And one thing you should know is that we have different type of brush. We have the fake brush. So one of the brush I would never advise you to use is this particular brush that many painters use. Yes, I use it too, but I use it for most especially for oil painting, or for painting the house, giving a perfect finishing. I would advise you to use this type of brush. Now let me demonstrate. I will put the picture or probably get a video of it and show it on the screen. The brush here is, I think, is red, here is black, and the bristle here, the hair here, is black. Okay, here is silver, then here is black. So that type of brush I will not advise you to use. It is very cheaper, way cheaper. But I would advise you to go for something like this. I think I got this one around 1,000 naira. So if you use bad ruler, it will give you a poor job. If you use cheap brush, it will leave hair behind on the painting, and trust me, you would not like that. And if you use the right brush, it will give you a perfect finishing. And I'm assuming for you that you're going to go for the right brush. Now, talking about roller, we have different type of roller. We have the foam roller, we have the wool roller, we have the short snap, we have the long nap. Now, this one is a wool roller, and this one is removable. I think I showed this one in previous video. It is removable, and this is a wool. Check it clearly. This is a wool. not a foam. This is a wool ruler, and this one is a short snap. Also, we have like I said, this is a wool. Yeah, this is a wool. Also, we have a foam. This one here is a foam. Yes, this is a foam. This is a foam. This is a foam roller. This is a foam roller, and the difference is that this is foam. This is wool. You can use the two for whichever places you're using. Most especially interior. This good roller are the best for interior. Now, I said this is a short snap. This is a shorter nap, a very short snap. When I mean short nap, what do I mean? I'm talking about the hair, the wool rather, or the wool or the foam on it is very very short. If you look at this, it's just very very short, smooth. You understand? This type of roller is good for emotion. And I said it earlier, if I'm talking about our emotion, I'm referring to mats. So it is very very good for mats, silk finish, satin. Trust me, this will give you the best because it will allow the paint to spread properly and give you a perfect finishing. Trust me, this type of roller and this type of roller. Then we have the longer nap. Let me check if I can get a longer nap. This roller is a longer nap, but because I've used it for a while, the nap is now shorter, like very very shorter. So you can use this type of roller for exterior places that are rough. Yes, you can use it for exterior. So if you want to go buy it in the market, you will see the one that is bigger, that the nap is longer than this. If you touch it, you would know already. Once you're touching them, you would know that okay, this is a longer nap, this is a shorter nap. And I think I got this one around 2,500 naira. I got this one 3,500 naira. I got this one 3,000 naira. So they are not expensive. You can just get one for outside, get one for inside, and the one you're using for inside, you can also maybe probably get one for your ceiling, wherever you want to paint your ceiling. So that is just the difference between these rollers. And this one is not removable. This one is not removable, but this is removable. And unlike brushes that you use for the edges, the corners, the window side, the areas that are not obvious, rulers are used on a very wide surfaces, flattened wide surfaces, and it makes the work go faster. Places that this will roll, the places that you will paint with this, you cannot use it to compare this. You understand? While you are still doing way with this one, maybe under 2 hours. The places you are painting under 2 hours, in fact, less than 10 to 15 minutes, you are done using this roller. So roller is used on a very flat surfaces, and your brush is used for hidden areas, the window side, cutting out colors from colors, and the likes of it. So please, I want you to put it in your head that whenever you are painting a smooth surface, put it in your head. Whenever you are painting a smooth surface, use a shorter nap. Shorter nap. Then whenever you are painting a rough surface, maybe you are painting your tyrolean, you are painting test coats, use a longer nap. Do you know why? Because if you use a shorter nap, trust me, it will not absorb the paint the way it should. And for those of you who understand how tyrolean is, you will know that it is not easy for you to use a shorter nap for tyrolean, most especially tyrolean and textured paints. So for rough surfaces, please let it stick in your head. Rough surfaces, test coat, textured, tyrolean, use a longer nap. Go to the market, check for a longer nap. But if you are painting a flat surface, you understand, use a shorter nap. I hope you've learned something in this video. Thank you for watching, and God bless you. I'll see you on the other side. Bye for now.